Hello everyone, welcome to this section of the course. In this section we're going to get started with creating and hosting your own deep web or onion website. So basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to be showing you how to create and host your own deep web website. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is just showing you the process. We're going to be using Linux, more specifically Ubuntu. You can use any other Linux distro you want, and that's what I would recommend because it's easier and manageable instead of using Windows. You could do it with Windows, but I'm not going to go into that because it's a really tedious process. And again, you're basically going to be turning your computer into a server, and you don't want it to be running Windows, trust me. So I'm going to be using Ubuntu. I'm running this on my Ubuntu machine right now. So let me just open up a terminal. This is how we get started. So open up a terminal and you want to enter root. All right, so I'm going to enter root right now. So that's sudo bash. I'm going to enter my password. All right, if you guys have a password, enter it and it should grant you root access. Now, first thing we need to do is we need to install the Tor unit. All right, the unit package for Linux. So apt, not the browser, the Tor unit package, apt get install Tor. All right, and it's going to ask you to install it, and if once it's installed, it's going to just complete. I've already have it installed, so I don't need to go through that. So once that's done, we're going to have to browse through to a few directories here. So what you want to do is you want to, if you guys are not familiar with the Linux command line, just follow me along. It's the same process, but for those of you who are accustomed to how the Linux terminal works, you'll get the idea. So we're going to change the directory to cd and to the etc or etc folder, and it's going to open that, and let me just list the directories. All right, so we're going to then move into the cd Tor, I believe. If you have installed Tor, this folder should exist. All right, so there it is. You then want to use a text editor to edit the Tor C file right here. So I'm going to use gedit. If you're running Linux, this should come pre-installed on Ubuntu. If you're using Kali Linux, use the Leafpad, or if you want to do it through the terminal, you can use Nano, the Nano or the Vim editor. So what we're going to get started with is gedit Tor C. This is the file we want to edit right here and add something there. So I'm just going to open that up, and it's going to open up that file in this nice document folder. Now, as you can see, you want to scroll all the way to the bottom, and you want to enter these two lines here. So I'm going to get rid of them, and I'll show you. Oops, excuse me. I'm going to get rid of these two lines. Let me get rid of them. All right, so basically what we have to get started with what we have to enter in now is the following. All right, so we have to just follow along as I type, right? So you want to type in, let me just see if I can, let me just say hidden. All right, so make sure that you don't leave a hash before, because we want to actually activate these commands. So just copy what I'm doing. Hidden service directory, just the way I've punctuated it. Var, we want to store this in the var library Tor and the Tor hidden Tor hidden underscore service. All right, so once that line is done, we can now go to the next line, and we want to type in hidden service port. All right, hidden service port 80, because that's the default 80. For those of you accustomed to networking, you'll understand this. You now want to get your IP address. All right, now I'll explain something about this. So just open your terminal, another terminal if you can, and just type in ifconfig if you're using Linux, right? ifconfig. This will work on any Linux distro, and you want to go to your current network adapter, and you want to go to the inet section right here. And you want to just copy this. Will be your public, your private, your local IP address. In order for you to host this to the whole entire planet, meaning globally share this website and host it through your machine, you'll basically give it your real IP address or set up a server. but to demonstrate, I'm just going to be using my local IP address. So that's the one there. So I'm just going to copy it. So after the 80, give a space and paste that there. All right. You then want to enter colon and 80. 80 again. All right. So once that's done, those are the two lines that we needed to enter. So let's just save that. Right. So once that's saved, close this file and we can open up the terminals again where we were working. All right. So let's clear that. Now we want to start the Tor service. All right. So this is why I said we need to install the Tor unit. So to install the Tor service, we just want to hit service. Again, for those of you who are accustomed to the Linux command line, you'll know how to start these stuff. So service Tor start. All right. And it's going to start the Tor service if you installed it. Next, what we want to do is we need to install Apache 2. Apache 2 is a live server. For those again of you who are accustomed to web development will understand what Apache is for. Just creates a local host where you can access your website and edit it, etc., etc. So to do that, you just want to hit apt install Apache 2. All right, and as you can see, I already have it installed, but yours, if it's not installed, it's going to install it for you, and you're basically ready to go. So next thing you want to do is hit service Apache 2 and we want to start it. All right, there we are. So that's started, and now what we can do is we need to browse into the folders that we have set. So to do that, I'm gonna just hit Nautilus. Nautilus is a root file browser or file explorer, so I'm just gonna open Nautilus. All right, and it's going to open my file explorer. So I'm going to go into the hard drive where Ubuntu is installed, and you want to go to this directory. So you want to go into var, all right, var library Tor. You want to go into Tor. So this should be down here, Tor, and you want to go into hidden service and the host name. All right, your host name is basically your deep web link, your Onion website link. So just leave that open, and now we can go all the way back to your hard drive, and you want to go into var, all right, and www and your HTML. So this is your Apache folder, and this index.html is your actual website source code. So let's say we wanted to create a test website. I'm going to open a text editor. I'm going to be using Atom because I am also a web developer. So if you guys are obviously accustomed to web development, this should be no surprise for you. So let's create a new file, and let me just save this as I'm going to save it on my desktop as index. It's going to be a very simple website, index.html. I'm going to save that, right? And let's just get let me just enter the syntax. All right, so there we are. I'm just going to call it test deep web site. That's the title of the website. In the body, I'm just going to create a container, div container, and let's call this welcome to the website. We're not using Bootstrap, so I really can't style it much more than that, but this is just a simple website. We can give it some simple styling, some internal styling. Style is equals to color, let's say red. You guys don't have to do this because when you'll be creating your own website, it's all up to you. Just basically creating a text website HTML file, so I can just show you that it works. So we're basically going to say welcome to the website. This site was created for the deep web. All right, so I'm gonna save this, and we can exit now. Now we're going to get rid of this index.html. I'm going to move it to the trash, and we're going to move in the one we've just created, which is in the var, ww, and html folder. So I'm going to copy it in there. So once that's done, we are almost getting to where we wanted to get. Next thing, you need to download the Tor browser, the actual Tor browser, as I showed you guys. So basically what you want to do is just open up your browser and search for Tor. Tor, simple as that, and it's going to take you to the website right here. Just click on that website, and just hit download. And again, you can just select your architecture right here. We're using Linux for this, so download the Linux version. And now I'm going to open my file explorer. Right here, I'm going to go to my downloads. I already have the Tor browser extracted, so all I have to do is just hit Tor browser, and hopefully it should start the Tor browser, and we can basically paste the link to our website, which hopefully should be running because of the Apache. So let the Tor browser start up. There we are. Now I'm going to just copy the link that belongs to our website. Let's copy this and let's paste this and go. And hopefully if it worked through the ports and the Apache, we should get, there we are. So welcome to this website. This website was created by the deep web, and if you see, we can basically, this is what we wrote, and that's the basic web page. So as you can see, this is an Onion website, and this is the basic website. Really very simple and meaningless website, but you guys get the idea. This is just showing you how to go about setting the environment up and basically creating a test website, and how to basically set up Apache. So that's basically it for this video, guys. It's not really that complicated, but as you can see, it's totally worth it, and it does work. So if you guys have any questions at all about anything that we've done in this section, just let me know in the Q&A section of the course.
Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be looking at the best deep web or darknet hosting services available. Alright, so as you can see in front of you, I have 4 options here, and they all offer something completely different, or they offer the same service but in a different way. Now by default, the links will be in the resources section where you can check out these sites for yourself. And again, if you're looking for some of the best hosting services on the deep web or the darknet, these are the options that I would recommend for you. So I've sorted them out really well, and of course most of them are mostly paid, and I have given you a free option here, which is using Daniel's hosting, and we'll get to that in a second. You may remember that we visited the Daniel's chat room, and it's all part of the same. It is owned by Daniel. So he also offers free hosting, which is fantastic. I'm in no way endorsing him. Just you know, the fact that he's offering a free hosting service is excellent. Now let's get started with our first option, which is probably one of my favorite ones, and it is ServNet. Right, so ServNet as security and encryption. Alright, so if you just look at why you would choose a ServNet, as you can see, we offer you any hosting solution within the most secure infrastructure designed exclusively for the Tor network. Alright, so they're offering you a secure infrastructure that will work with the Tor network, which is, I'm guessing, which is what you want. Alright, so no contract or hosting agreement is required. Excellent as well. So they're also providing you with anonymity, which is excellent. So ServNet's customers are big business names that require that their data is secure, consumer confidence and corporate reputation being prime considerations. As you can see, data protection backed by 15 years of specialized Linux engineers. So again, this is more of a professional level in terms of hosting, and as you can see, you get bulletproof services, enterprise grade hardware, 24 hours of VIP support, strong partner program that also offers referrals. You can pay through cryptocurrency in terms of Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dash, Ether, Monero, and those are the options available for cryptocurrency payments. Now, when we look at the dedicated servers up on the right here, they offer you the ability to select your own dedicated servers. So as you can see, SFTP and Torify access, pre-installed software, you have Nginx, Apache, PHP, and MySQL. So they're giving you the entire package that one would require. And the fantastic thing is they offer you different different setups depending on the processing power, and also depending on what type of sites you're going to be using. Now by default, the lowest package is the Intel Atom with a CPU core of, it has 2 CPU cores by 1.7 gigahertz, which is not that fast. So this would be probably ideal if you're hosting a little small website that's not expecting a lot of traffic. And as you can see, you have the storage with 1 times 500 gigabytes SATA 3. And obviously the bandwidth is going to be the same for all the packages. It is 1 gigabit per second unmetered. The price is $59, which is, to be honest, on the deep web or the darknet is fantastic. All right, now you can see that you have the more powerful options, the highest being the 2 times Intel Xeon E5620, which is a workstation grade processor, and that is being coupled or is doubled. And then you have your 16 cores by 2.4 gigahertz and 64 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM or memory. So again, these may be options for you if you're looking, or your site is expected to have high traffic and requests, and you get the idea really. All right, so as you can see, highest data security, your server with us ensures full privacy and optimal connections. Included one custom Onion domain. So again, you can select your own Onion domain, which is fantastic. In terms of vServers, you can open that up. Virtual servers. So again, DDoS protected root vServers. Fantastic, really. You can go through all of this by yourself. The idea is simply the same. You can click order on yours, and again, if they're performing maintenance, you can just wait for them to get back up, and they should be up. Actually, they are pretty much up most of the time. They're currently having or under maintenance, so we'll wait for them to get back. But regardless of that, they're a fantastic service that I would recommend that you go for. All right, the next option is a free alternative, which is Daniel's Hosting. Now, for those of you who are interested in hosting a site on the deep web or the darknet, this is what I would recommend for you if you're especially looking for a free option. So as you can see, free anonymous web hosting, choose between PHP, you have your Nginx web server, SQLite support, you have your MySQL database, PHP MyAdmin, FTP access, which is also great as well. There is no disk quota, which is, I think that's fantastic. And kudos to Daniel for providing all of this for free. You have mail, so again, you'll be given your own domain from your Onion domain, that is. You have webmail, again, you mail to send to anything.onion.com. So anything sent to your domain will be redirected to your inbox. Your own Onion address. On your request, you own a clear domain. Again, set up. Alright, so that is to deal with I2P. So again, empty or unused accounts will be deleted after a month, which is also great to see that he's maintaining the fact that if you don't use account for over a month, it can be given to someone else. That space can be given to someone else. So the process is really very simple. Just going to hit register. All right, just give that a few seconds, and again, you can just use your username, your password, confirm that, and you can publish the site on the list of hosted sites so that people can find you here. Or actually the Onion links site, the Onion link list, and so on and so forth. All right, that being said, you can also create your custom private key if that's what you're looking for, and you can enable auto index, which will allow the listing of files, and just register. And once that's done, you log in and you can go ahead and start uploading your files, either through FTP or the file manager. All right, the next option is to deal with servers. All right, so if you're looking for cloud hosting, as you can see, you can visit Shy Service, a fantastic service as well. And as you can see, privacy preserving cloud hosting, deploy a server in 55 seconds, starting at $0.01 per hour anonymously. All right, so fantastic service here. And the great thing about them is that they use DigitalOcean. Now, if you're not familiar with DigitalOcean, they essentially allow you to create, your own servers and to deploy them for whatever use. In this case, they've partnered or they've teamed up with DigitalOcean, where they have SSD, they have the SSD disks, and again, they focus on anonymity and privacy. So again, payments are done through cryptocurrencies, etc., etc. All right, so there are different prices as well. You have your $7 a month that gives you 512 megabytes of RAM, 1 CPU, 20 gigabyte SSD disk, and 1 terabyte transfer. The most popular plan is the $20 a month, and that is also given as 1 gigabyte of RAM, 3 CPU, 60 gigabytes of SSD, 3 terabytes. So you get the idea. All right, and you can just click on get started to move on. All right, so I would really recommend this if you're looking for cloud hosting, and if you're looking for server for whatever you may need it for. All right, so this is a great option for servers. All right, now let's look at something really interesting, which is how to create your own Tor store or your own deep web store. Now a lot of you might be interested in this. You want to start up your own store on the deep web for whatever you're selling. I'm not going to indulge into any of that. And you can go to Tor Shops, all right, and as you can see, it will allow you to create your own .onion store. All right, so get your own Onion store with full Bitcoin integration. You want to run, so again, they're asking if you want to run an independent shop as a Tor hidden service anonymously. You want to accept Bitcoins. Maybe you're selling on Silk Road, etc., etc. So they essentially given you an option here to create your own Onion store. So you'll get an integrated Bitcoin wallet, a message center, tracking of orders, inventory management. You get your own Onion domain with 6 characters at the beginning, which is awesome. Your free logo for every store, and you have your sub forums in the Tor Shops for feedback and reviews, and you get a free listing. As you can see, it listed free listing on Tor Links and other sites. All right, so the pricing here is setup. The setup pricing is $100 US. The sales fee is 6% of sales, 3 to 5 for large volume sellers on an individual basis, and you can see upgrades for the store upgrade prices. So again, the price is $100 for setup, and you can buy as many in terms of quantity as you want. And when you look at the store upgrades, you get a fully custom shop design made by one of their designers, which is $500, which is quite fair, and your own forums with an extra Onion address, so a bit like subdomains, which is awesome. All right, now again, I would not recommend that you use this for anything illegal, but I'm not going to be in charge of what you do. So I would really, as a word of caution, I'm not going to be held responsible for this, and it's really up to you. Now, since I don't want to, create a deep web store, or an Onion store for that matter, I'm not going to buy it. But the link will be in the resources section, and you can get or check that out for yourself. All right, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope these solutions for web hosting and other types of hosting really helps, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.